what is Omicron and how does it affect your international travel schedule? The most used word out of the international stage as of November 24th was Omicron. So how does this affect you? How does this affect your international travel schedule? If you're interested in this content or you're interested in this topic, why don't you think about going down and smashing the subscribe button, and while you're down there, turn on your notification bell because we drop this type of content every Monday so you can stay guided on your travel schedules and travel plans, okay? So why don't you hold that thought and I'll be back with more.
You know the way I do it and I drop lyrical. Anytime I spit lyrical, philosophical. All the niggas mimical, but they stare still on taking literal. Punchlines collateral. Maximum damage.
Hello YouTube, hello Chronicles, how are you all doing today? So, as of November 24th, the most used word on the international stage when you turn on your TV channel, whether it's CNN, whether it's Sky News, whether it's Fox News, whatever news station you like to tune into, or it might even be your local TV, your local news station in your country, everybody's going crazy about Omicron, Omicron, Omicron. Oh my God, the car fell down from the sky, Omicron. Oh my God, the train moving too fast, Omicron. Oh my God, they killed someone in our street, Omicron. So everybody's going crazy about Omicron. Now, Omicron is a new COVID-19 variant that was found in South Africa. So when it was found in South Africa, it was given the code B11529. I think that is correct. B11529. But the World Health Organization changed the label, and it was given the title, the code name SARS-CoV-2 B11529, and the World Health Organization elevated the title and the status of this particular variant to the variant name called Omicron. As of November 24th, the most lethal variant of the COVID-19 virus was the Delta variant. But in South Africa, some samples were taken from some travelers. I think the travelers were from Botswana, if I'm not mistaken, and they tested positive for the Omicron variant. Now, the Omicron variant is more transmissible than the other variant, the Delta variant and other variants that were out there before this particular variant was found. And this has really gotten many countries shook because it's more transmissible, although it's not quite clear whether the symptoms are more pronounced, whether the symptoms are different. I'm talking about the regular symptoms of people who go down with the COVID-19 virus. It's not quite clear whether the symptoms are the same, the symptoms are modified, or the symptoms are more lethal. It's not quite clear. But what is clear is more contagious, it's more lethal, and even 2 jabs of your regular vaccines do not even help that much with the Omicron variant. The best way to stay immune is to take a booster jab. Do you get it? So you take your 2 jabs and you take your booster jab, and this keeps you immune to the infection or this new variant. In very few cases of the Omicron variant out there, I think in the United States, 1 person was found. There was a case that was detected on the 1st of December. The person tested positive for the Omicron variant, but this person was just coming in from South Africa. More people have been found with this variant, and the scary fact is some of the people that were found, some of the later cases that were found with the Omicron variant did not even have history of international travel, talk less of going to South Africa. This gives more credence to the fact that this particular variant is very, very highly transmissible. How has this affected international travel? Because we know most countries were just getting used to opening their borders to every other country, and then we got hit with this new Omicron variant. Now, most countries like Canada, have really put restrictions on people traveling to Canada from Botswana, Eswatini, South Africa, Namibia, Seychelles, Zimbabwe, even Nigeria. Okay, so if you already have visas to enter Canada from any of these countries, you still can make your trip to Canada, but you would have to undergo a PCR test 2 days before you take off from the African country. I'm talking about Namibia, I'm talking about Zimbabwe, Nigeria, South Africa, Botswana, Eswatini, all these countries in West Africa and South Africa. You have to take your PCR test 2 days before you get on the plane. And when you get into Canada, you also need to take another COVID-19 test to prove that you are negative. And even if you're negative, that's not the end of it, guys. You still need to stay quarantined for 14 days before you gain access into the main population. So you need to factor this into your preparation if you're planning to travel to Canada, whether it's for work, whether it's for studies, whether it's for business. You need to factor this into your travels. Now, countries like Australia also is the same. If you're traveling from Zimbabwe, you're traveling from Eswatini, you're traveling from Namibia, you're traveling from Botswana, South Africa, from Nigeria, you need to take your PCR test, just like in the case of Canada, 2 days before you fly out. And when you get to Australia, you also need to take the test to prove that you are negative. And even after this, you also need to stay quarantined for 14 days before you gain access. Now, countries like the United Kingdom. Now, from the 6th, which is sometime today, from the 6th, from 4 a.m., 6th December 2021, the UK has banned or put countries in South Africa, countries in Southern Africa. I'm talking about Namibia, I'm talking about South Africa, I'm talking about Angola, I'm talking about Botswana, even Namibia, Seychelles, Zimbabwe, even Nigeria, which is not even in South Africa. West African countries have been put back in the red list. Now, these countries were removed from the red list and put in the green list, as you would see in my other video, which is going to pop up there. I talked about countries that have been removed from the red list of people who want to travel to the United Kingdom. These countries had been removed from the red list and put into the green list. Now, these countries have been put back into the red list. Now, if you are a UK citizen or a citizen of Ireland, you would need to take your PCR test 2 days before you jet out to the United Kingdom. And when you get to the United Kingdom, you also need to take the PCR test 2 days upon arrival to prove that you're negative. And even if you're negative, you have to spend 10 days in quarantine, just to show that you are not symptomatic or asymptomatic and you're not carrying the virus in your body, and they did not, and maybe it couldn't be detected in the test. Okay, so let me recap. Countries from South Africa, from Southern Africa, and some countries in West Africa have been put on the red list. In fact, if you want to get visa to the United Kingdom, I don't think you're even going to get a visa. But if you have gotten your visa already, there are quarantine protocols that you need to adhere to before you gain entry into the United Kingdom. So you need to factor this into your travel plans. Now, for people who want to travel to the United States, from the last interview that was delivered by Joe Biden, who was the president of the United States, America is being very cautious about the Omicron variant, okay? So all the restrictions and all the guidelines that had already been put in place for those who are looking to travel into the US are still in place. No extra guidelines have been put out by the United States. So it's worth mentioning, guys, it's worth reiterating that you need to plan your trip way in advance. Find out the restrictions. Maybe you might want to go down to the description section just below this video, I'm going to put out a list of all the countries that has updated or upgraded their travel plans in terms of countries that are being banned from entering certain countries and countries that have been removed from the red list. So you just check the description section and you're going to find a comprehensive list of these countries. So I want you all to stay guided when you make your international travels, okay? So guys, I want you to please be very careful, okay? The Omicron variant of the COVID-19 virus is very lethal, is super transmissible. So always move around with your face mask. We're not out of the woods. A lot of people losing their lives to this new variant, and it's so new that we know very little or very close to nothing about this variant, but we know it's very transmissible. We know that we don't even know the symptoms, whether they're the same symptoms as the Delta variant or other variant before it. So the best thing to do is to put on your face mask, and if you've taken your 2 jabs, get a booster jab so you can boost your immunity and keep yourself safe from falling ill to this new variant, okay? So I want to believe this video has been helpful to 1-2 people out there, or however number of people out there who are planning to make trips to different parts of the world. Guys, if this video has been helpful to you, do your boy a favor, go down there, smash the subscribe button. Just go beside the subscribe button and click on the notification bell, so whenever we drop videos like this, you are notified and you can catch our content when they drop. And if you feel this video has been helpful to you or someone out there, why don't you give us a thumbs up? Show the YouTube algorithm that this content was helpful to you, so they can find people like you around the world and show this content to them, put this content in front of them and spread the word, okay? And if you have friends and family members who like to travel or who always make trips to Canada, to America, to Australia, to different destinations around the world, why don't you share this video with them? You just might be saving a soul today. If you want to get close to Fuse, why don't you think about following me on Instagram? I think my Instagram handle is up there. It's @Fuse Chronicles. You can slide into my DM with whatever questions or inquiries you might have. I respond to every question and every inquiry, okay? So guys, I always say this: happiness is your property. You owe it to yourself to stay happy. Whatever toxic situation you might be in, I want you to exit that particular situation and get yourself to a happy state. Only positive vibes allowed, okay? So until the next one, it's still your boy Fuse. Bye bye.